Now, a Scottish literary talent whose work on identity and belonging, among other themes, has helped propel her to a unique role and a popular writer there. Jeffrey Brown has our profile.
And this is my country, says the fisherwoman from Jura. Mine too, says the child from Cana and Iona. Mine too, says the Brain family. And mine, says the man from the Polish Delhi.
Jackie Kay wrote her poem Threshold for the Scottish Parliament and a special guest, Queen Elizabeth.
Let's blether some more about doors, revolving doors and sliding doors.
In the wake of the recent Brexit vote to leave the European Union, it was a plea to keep doors and the country open to the outside world. As Scotland's new national poet, Kay made it personal.
Scotland's changing faces. Look at me. I like the idea of trying to change the face of Scotland, because traditionally when somebody thinks of somebody Scottish, they see a white man with red hair and a kilt and a sporran, and they don't see me.
Jackie is the adopted daughter of John and Helen Kay. Her birth mother was Scottish. Her father was then a Nigerian student studying in Scotland.
I was an illegitimate child, and being picked to be a national poet is probably a pretty legitimate thing.
She grew up in Glasgow in a loving home, but very aware of her difference in the outside society. She told her story in a best-selling memoir, Red Dust Road.
There weren't really positive stories about adoption when I was growing up. You just saw negative stories about adoption. Every story that you heard was horrendous, and I wanted to try and tell a positive story about adoption. So I felt a bit like one of my favourite writers, Toni Morrison. She said she wrote the stories she wanted to read. I did that too. I wrote the poems that I wanted to read, and I wrote about the experiences that I wanted to find.
She began to write as a student at the University of Stirling, and over the years has authored volumes of poetry, novels, children's books, and more. Often the work speaks directly to her own experience, as in the poem, In My Country.
A woman passed round me in a slow, watchful circle, as if I were a superstition or the worst dregs of her imagination. So, when she finally spoke, her words spliced into bars of an old wheel, a segment of air. Where do you come from? Here, I said. Here. These parts.
Kay now has a major public role in this poetry-loving country, and she intends to use it to expand the voices of Scotland.
You could have a real long poem with all of the different things that you come from, couldn't you?
We joined her recently on a return to Stirling, where she was working with local high school students. Part of a project called Out of Bounds, giving a greater voice to Black and Asian British poets.
We want to have a mixture of images and metaphors as well.
Kay encouraged the students to play with language in their poems, something she herself loves to do.
I found the quine and I found the loon in the sparkling granite dune, just as a har was coming doon, just as a cloud had slared the moon.
Her official title is one she clearly loves. She is Scotland's Macker, rhymes with lacquer, she told me.
It's an old Scottish word, and it means maker, maker of words.
I mean, it's a great word because of this idea to make, right? And people, I don't know if people think about poetry that way as something that's made.
Well, yeah, a poem, you make a poem in the way that other people might make a table, you know. A poem is a physical thing that you make, and for me, Macker fits perfectly, and it seems to have kind of captured people's imagination, because people keep stopping me and going, Macker, congratulations, even in other cities. So it's, for some reason, it just sort of excited people. I think it's maybe, it's because there's not been a Black national poet in this country before, maybe, or I don't know, but for some reason it seems to, I mean, here you are, what are you doing here talking to me?
I don't know. I mean, I do know, because I wanted to talk to you.
Just as granite comes for grain, gin there'll be grown folk search in vain, tracking down the past in the rain, for as lang as you'd call a stain, a stain.
Jackie Kay will take her infectious love of poetry and country to every corner of Scotland.
Come bend the living room, come join our brilliant gathering.
From Scotland, I'm Jeffrey Brown for the PBS NewsHour.